Everybody knows, even in that local place, and all the local people thought the Red Bull can boost your energy.
Right.
Yeah. So
caffeine.
The only thing, yeah, caffeine. Yeah.
Right.
Every morning we just bought some Red Bull for them.
You said that you brought a lot of stationery for the school.
Yeah.
How did you know that there was a school there that would? You said there was a specific school that you wanted to give the stationery supplies to.
In the town, the downtown of Motor County is already downtown, and probably is the place the student can go. But we find that there is a school in Beibong. Beibong is a village, 1 day away from the Motor County, and we heard that there is a school there, and the people, and some children, they live there, and they have to work for 1, 2, or even 3 days to be there.
Do you want to add?
We got to know that there is a whole project school, and so we decided to buy some stuff, stationery, and actually we bought quite a big pack of medicines as well. But unfortunately on that day, it was Sunday or Saturday, we didn't see many students, but we did have a very good communication chat with the dean and a few teachers. They are from Neidi, and actually one couple, they are Tibetan teachers.
Okay.
Kids there, they learn Mandarin and as well as Tibetan.
And what was the situation of the school? Was it?
Actually, it was donated by a factory from Shanghai. It's nice that they have the main building, and they are going to build a canteen. And they were looking forward a small amount of money to build a fence, because to protect the cars and horses. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, so this made me really want to go back and have a look
and see how it is now. Great. What's the thing that you're going to remember the most from this trek?
Everything is in my memory, everything. Not only the scenery, but also the people living there, and how even the Sichuan people, and the local people, and the army people, and the police station people, and everyone, even the people we find accompany, and we went to Motor together. And yeah, at that time we met Roy, Wang Ke. We met each other in Motor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we, before we went to Motor, and we in Beijing, we worked at the same office building. We never met each other, but we met each other in Motor.
And you were in Motor at the same time?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's going to be the most profound memory for you from this trip?
墨脱，它是一块净土，能够让人心里平静下来，所以我就去了，然后遇到了很多好朋友。That's all.
A place to meet friends in this very peaceful environment.
Yeah, and also
environment.
we have so many good memories, and we help each other, and it's so impressive and so moved for some little things.
Show me, you brought a bunch of pictures. Why don't you show us a few of them?
Okay. This is the Tibet house in Paishan. This is Star Point. So it's really, actually in Paishan it's already a very beautiful place. Actually at that time it's raining, but you can see the houses they're so beautiful, so colorful. And this is a Sichuan guy, and here's a Sichuan people, and look at this
in his hand.
Dog.
It's a dog.
It's a dog because the river, because of the landslide and debris flow, the road was broken. There's no way. So the only thing is we have to cross the river, and for the people, when we cross the river, it's really hard. Just like this one is.
Oh my gosh.
It's a river, and it's for the people, normal people. It's already no way to. We have to hand in hand and go together. Otherwise, the people will be flown by the river. So for a dog, it's really difficult for a dog to cross the river. So. The dog is Sichuan people's, young Sichuan people's
one.
So
he was throwing the dog over.
Yeah, over.
Why are there no roads in Motor?
Actually, there were roads in Motor, but because of bad weather and debris flow and the landslides, and the road road every year. The government put a lot of money for building the roads, but every year, every rainy season, and all the roads will be destroyed. And this is actually on the halfway. I remember the second day or the third day, we met at the head of the Motor County. He just did his research for building the road again. He told us every year he will do the tracking every year just to do the inspection how to build the road. And actually, the government has put a lot of money because of the bad condition, the road condition, the land condition, and also the weather. So the road will destroyed every year. And actually, Motor County, the downtown, is really a nice place. It's just like a platform. So many mountains around it. There's only one mountain. It's at the top of the mountain, just like a platform. It's so beautiful. It's crowded with clouds around it. So every morning you can see the clouds just in the middle of the mountain waste. You can see a lot of beautiful scenes, and I can show you some picture of Motor County. This is the courtyard, flying the flag. This is the government's location, and this is some notice. They just put it over here, and all the things and the government's notice. And I just took one picture of this one. Is the good news, and this is a dormitory for the government people living. And actually, there's another most impressive thing is we call it #1 restroom.
Number one restroom?
Yeah, #1 restroom. It's a restroom located in the government's courtyard, and it's the place, and the wall is only halfway. When you stand up, you can see all the beautiful sceneries outside, but when you take yourself easy, all the water or something will fall down to the river, to Yellowstone River. It's really amazing. So you can feel. So we call it #1 restroom. It's such a beautiful place. You can hear the noise of the river. So you can feel the mountain blues just to your face. It's such a beautiful place.
So doing your business in a very natural place. Wow, it sounds like an amazing experience. Like you said, 10 days of just constant beautiful scenery, amazing people. Not only the local people who live there, but your fellow travelers. It sounds like you really developed some strong bonds.
Right. We enjoy so much.
Well, I'd like to invite our second guest on stage. She started off as a backpacker to Tibet as well in 1997. That was about 12 years ago. Everyone, let's please invite Jia Liming to Up Close. Hello. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
Jia, you were hearing the story, Tinjing's story of backpacking in Tibet in Motor, and I know that your first backpacking experience was in Tibet as well, back in 1997.
Right.
How was your trip different from Tinjing's?
Firstly, I feel like my trip was quite relaxing comparing to Tinjing's trekking trip. I spent most of my time in Lhasa and just relaxing. And when I did do some short excursions to around areas like Shannan or Shikazi, but more relaxing. And also, I feel like when I went to Lhasa, when I went to Tibet, I didn't have a plan or anything. I was just looking for a place which was totally different from Beijing, the life in Beijing, and remote, and I could find something different. And so Tibet was like one of those places to escape from real life. So I just went there and spent some time, like a month around there.
A month?
So, yeah, but we did take the same route from the Qingzhangxian from Qinghai to Tibet, but I had to take the bus all the way from Xining to Lhasa. That's the difference.
Yeah. So you were there in Lhasa, or at least based in Lhasa, for 1 month. How did you spend your time there? What did you do every day? You're just there to soak it all up, huh?
Yeah, actually I stayed at with a classmate, a friend, a Tibetan friend back in college, and so I feel like I lived like a local people, and normally I went to the chorus around Jokhang Temple, Potala Palace, their chorus, surrounding those places in the early mornings and the late afternoons, like the local people, and also go to the local tea houses to drink. I couldn't drink a lot of yak butter tea, but drank a lot of milk tea, they call sweet tea, and also went to my friend's home and stayed with them, and also like chat with local people and cook. I remember there's the vegetable market right behind the Potala Palace, so every day I had to go there to buy vegetables, and also you pass by the beautiful route just by the Potala Palace with all the prayer wheels and all the way there. So pretty relaxing. And also I went with friends, family to go to the monasteries, just like the local Tibetans do. Right. I think it's the charming side of backpacking. You can do whatever you want to do. Right. And you can go wherever you want to go.
As long as you don't have a schedule and you have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Right? So you are truly living the life of a local person there, doing daily activities that somebody who lived in Tibet would do.
Yeah. But sometimes it's different because, I spend a lot of time at Loblinka and just sitting there doing nothing. Sometimes they are building a new building, so they have the special singing and dancing when they do the construction work. So sometimes I just spend the whole afternoon listening and watching. And also there's a zoo next to the Loblinka, so sometimes I went there to the zoo.
Was Tibet everything that you expected, or was Lhasa everything that you expected? Because it was your first time there in 1997. How did it meet your expectations?
It's very different, because before I went there, the books I read, and I didn't read any practical guidebooks. Most of the books I read was I don't know if you heard about Ba Huang, all those picture books. Then they described Tibet as this harsh place, remote, and so difficult. But my life was quite relaxing, and also the spiritual side of the place was my expectation, actually.
What was that like?
It's hard to describe, and I always feel peaceful and content when I was spending time at the monasteries or went with local people praying surrounding the chorus. You can't find any other place in the world like this. And it's there are some small places in Lhasa, actually, in the small alleys, small monastery. I remember there's one. They believe that there's a lama there, and they have this special kind of holy water. It's good for your eyes. So I always went there and just sat inside the small monastery and watching the local people coming, praying, and all those things. And I couldn't find any place like that in Beijing. And for a beginner, for that kind of life and the culture, is totally
sure. And this was your first trip, so it really opened your eyes up to the possibilities.
Yeah.
The possibilities out there.
Yeah.
Now, Chenjing, your first trip, we talked mostly about Motuo. Did you spend some time in Lhasa as well?
Yes, I did, and actually I enjoy a lot for Lhasa sunshine. I love to sit on the Jokhang temples, the roof of Jokhang temples, and to have a chat with Lama, and just enjoying to look at the people there and enjoy the sunshine. And from the roof you can see the Potala temple, so yes, you can see that quite closely. So just enjoy the sunshine there.
Up Close is CCTV International's only live studio audience program. An active contributor, the studio audience adds additional perspectives to the guests' lives. Be close to the ones you're so familiar with, yet so far away from. We welcome you to the Up Close studio to meet the person you've been dying to know about. Why hesitate? Please log on to our website to find out more or contact us direct.
Now, how many times have both of you been back to Tibet since this, first time for you in 1997 and for you in 2005?
I've been there maybe to Tibet province maybe around 8 times, and numerous times to the Tibetan areas in other provinces.
8
And for me, 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Why do you keep going back?
The first Tibetan trip was like the limestone of my life. So I just had this crazy passion about Tibetan culture and Tibetan Buddhism, of course. So I went back to learn more. But also because of my job, most of my later trips are actually related to my work.
Sure.
And so I brought a lot of groups to Tibet, all did research trips, sometimes trekking, sometimes cultural trips.
So since then, you've kind of done it all in Tibet. You've done research, you've spent some time, I'm sure you've spent some more time in Lhasa, just experiencing life there.
Yeah, I read a lot of books. When I